Stopping this pattern doesn't mean yelling, attacking, or trying to dominate them. It means something far more powerful and far more difficult. It means no longer explaining yourself to someone who refuses to understand. It means no longer overgiving in hopes of earning basic respect. It means letting go of the fantasy that one day they will suddenly become the person you hoped they were. Acceptance is painful, but it's also freeing. The moment you stop being nice to a narcissist is the moment your life starts coming back to you, and it will feel uncomfortable, scary, and incredibly powerful all at the same time. If you've ever found yourself bending over backward for someone who never seems satisfied, always demanding more, always criticizing, always twisting the story so you end up feeling guilty, exhausted, and confused, then this message is for you. Today we're talking about something that goes against everything you were taught to be: kind, patient, understanding, forgiving. But when you're dealing with a narcissist, being endlessly nice doesn't heal the relationship. It slowly destroys you. Learning how to stop being nice to a narcissist is not about becoming cruel or cold. It's about protecting your dignity, your energy, and your future. Most people stay nice because they believe love, empathy, and sacrifice will eventually change the narcissist. You tell yourself, maybe if I explain it better, maybe if I stay calm, maybe if I give more, maybe if I don't trigger them, they'll finally see my heart. But narcissists don't respond to kindness the way healthy people do. They see kindness as weakness, patience as permission, forgiveness as fuel. Every time you excuse their behavior, they learn that they can keep pushing without consequences, and the more you give, the more invisible you become. Let me tell you a story that might sound painfully familiar. Imagine someone who starts out charming, attentive, magnetic. They make you feel seen in a way you've never felt before. You open your heart. You trust. Then slowly the criticism creeps in. Subtle at first, a joke about your choices, a comment about your tone, a reminder that you're too sensitive, too emotional, too dramatic. You brush it off because you're nice. You don't want conflict. You don't want to hurt anyone. You start adjusting yourself, shrinking your voice, apologizing even when you didn't do anything wrong. And one day you wake up and barely recognize who you've become. Being nice to a narcissist often comes from a good place. You care deeply. You believe in second chances. You value peace. But peace that costs you your self-respect is not peace. It's quiet suffering. Narcissists thrive on control, attention, and emotional reactions. When you keep accommodating them, you unintentionally reward the behavior that hurts you. They learn that your boundaries are flexible, your needs are negotiable, and your pain can be dismissed. Stopping this pattern doesn't mean yelling, attacking, or trying to dominate them. It means something far more powerful and far more difficult. It means no longer explaining yourself to someone who refuses to understand. It means no longer overgiving in hopes of earning basic respect. It means letting go of the fantasy that one day they will suddenly become the person you hoped they were. Acceptance is painful, but it's also freeing. There's a moment many survivors describe when something inside finally shifts. It's usually after one too many broken promises, one too many emotional betrayals, one too many nights lying awake wondering why love feels so heavy. That moment isn't loud. It's quiet. It's the realization that you can't save someone who doesn't want to change, and you can't heal in the same environment that keeps wounding you. That's when the decision to stop being nice becomes an act of self-respect instead of rebellion. You might feel guilty at first. You might worry you're being selfish or heartless. That's normal. When you've been conditioned to prioritize someone else's emotions over your own, choosing yourself feels wrong even when it's right. A narcissist may react strongly when you stop feeding the dynamic. They may accuse you of changing, becoming cold, becoming difficult, or abandoning them. What they're really reacting to is the loss of control. One powerful shift is learning to respond instead of react. You don't need to justify every boundary. You don't need to argue every accusation. You don't need to convince them of your worth. Silence, calm consistency, and emotional detachment speak louder than any explanation ever could. Your energy becomes your message. When you stop rewarding disrespect with attention, the dynamic changes. Another important piece is grieving the version of the relationship you hoped for. That dream of mutual respect, safety, and emotional intimacy may never exist with this person. Letting go of that hope hurts. It feels like a loss because it is. But holding on to a fantasy keeps you trapped in a cycle of disappointment. Real freedom begins when you choose reality over wishful thinking. You also start rediscovering parts of yourself that were buried under survival mode. Your voice gets stronger. Your choices feel clearer. Your nervous system begins to calm. You realize you don't need to walk on eggshells to deserve love. Healthy relationships don't require you to disappear in order to be accepted. Stopping being nice doesn't mean becoming unkind. It means becoming honest with yourself. It means honoring your limits. It means saying no without apology, stepping back without drama, and walking away from emotional chaos when necessary. It means choosing peace over proving a point and self-respect over approval. Here's a simple reflection you can carry with you. Ask yourself, does this interaction nourish me or drain me? Does this relationship feel safe or tense? Am I growing or shrinking here? Your body often knows the answer before your mind does. Trust that inner signal. Start small if you need to. Delay responses, reduce emotional engagement, set one boundary and keep it. Each small act of self-protection builds momentum. Remember, you are not responsible for managing someone else's ego, moods, or unmet wounds. You are responsible for your own well-being, healing, and future. Learning how to stop being nice to a narcissist is not about winning against them. It's about winning yourself back. And maybe the most important truth of all is this: the right people will never require you to abandon yourself in order to be loved. The moment you stop pouring into a bottomless cup, you finally have enough energy to build the life you deserve. If this message resonated with you, if you've lived this story, or if you're just beginning to wake up to the patterns in your life, you're not alone. Healing is possible. Growth is possible. Freedom is possible. Make sure to like this video if it helped you, subscribe for more deep emotional insights and empowerment content, and share your thoughts or experiences in the comments. Your voice matters here, and your journey might help someone else find their way out of the darkness.